What is up, guys? Brody here, and today should hopefully be a bit of a quicker video. I really shouldn't say that though, because you never know. Usually once I start editing everything together, it ends up being way longer than I expected. Hopefully you guys watched my last video. If you guys haven't, definitely go check that out. Also subscribe if you haven't already. That way you guys can stay up to date on when I post future videos. So I got my fuel pump and filter both installed on my car. I also did a full how-to on that. So if you need to know how, definitely go check out that video. I pretty much go step by step, and I think I make it pretty clear on what you need to do. It's a very straightforward install. I also explained why I was installing both the filter and the pump. Long story short, my car was leaning out at higher boost levels when I went to get it tuned last year. What I needed to do was replace the fuel filter, because my tuner was thinking that was actually causing my car to lean out at higher boost levels. So I went ahead and did that, and I informed my tuner that everything felt great on the car. So he went ahead and emailed me the higher boost map for me to load onto the car. And what he wants me to do is a few third gear pulls, and he wants me to data log it so I can send him that information, and then he can just make sure everything on the car is running smoothly and as it should. So what I'm going to do today is get that map that he emailed me, load it onto my Accessport, and then from there we'll load it onto my car. I'll also show you guys how to switch the map on your car. It's super straightforward and easy. And then what we're gonna do is go do a few third gear pulls and some data logs, and yeah, send that information off to the tuner. All right guys, so I went ahead and put the map on my Accessport. Now what we're gonna do is go connect my Accessport back to my car and then load the new high boost map onto the car, start it up, let it warm up, and then we'll go out and do some data logs. But first, I will go ahead and show you guys how to switch the map on your guys' cars. Like I said before, it's really straightforward, really easy, and I'll show you how to do that right now. All right guys, so once you have your Accessport connected to your car, you're gonna wanna go to the main menu, and then if you go down to Tune, click on Tune, just click the center button, and then you can see you have a few options here. Show current map, click that. This just shows you the map that I'm currently running. We'll go back though. You can restore the off-the-shelf map, but what we want is change map. This is where we're gonna go to load on the new higher boost map. So we'll click change map. Right here, as you can see, we have a couple options. We have real time and reflash. So reflash is what we want. What it will do is permanently flash so that this map stays on the car whenever you turn it off and whenever you start it. So you don't have to keep reinstalling the map onto your car. This is a map that will always be there. Real time is essentially just when, I guess, you temporarily load a map onto your car. So once you lose power, it will reset and go back to whatever map you had set to the reflash section. But we want to just do a reflash because we want to keep the new map on this car. So we're going to go ahead and click reflash. And then it's going to pull up all the maps that you have on your Accessport. Now where you organize all these maps are through your Accessport manager on your computer. So as you can see, we have, this is the map that I'm currently on. This is the map, the new map that I'm going to load onto it. We also have like an anti-theft map, economy mode map, stage 1, stage 2, stock mode, and valet mode. But we're not using any of those. What we want to do is load on the new map. So we'll go ahead and hover your cursor basically over top of that map. And then what you want to do is select it, and then it's probably going to give us a message telling us to connect. Well, first it actually is going to give us a message about the battery. This is to make sure that while it's changing maps, your car doesn't essentially die from loss in power. Most of the time you don't have to worry about that. So we'll just hit continue. And then it's going to ask you to connect the test mode connectors. And those green test connectors are going to be right under the steering wheel, right beside your pedals. I don't know if I can try and get the camera in here, but if you look underneath, you will see these two green connectors. All we have to do is connect those together, and then we can go ahead and change the map. I went ahead and connected these two green connectors. So once those are connected, we can move forward and go back to the Accessport. Please turn and leave the ignition in the off position to begin vehicle reinitialization. So all we have to do is turn the key to the off position. Now we'll just hit continue. And now it's saying, please disconnect the green test mode connectors. All right, so I disconnected those, and now we can just go ahead and hit continue. Now it's telling us to turn the key to the on position, so it can start the reset procedure. So we went ahead and turned it to the on, and again, just press continue. Now it's telling us change map successful. So it says, please turn it to the off again for at least 15 seconds before starting the car. So that's what we'll do. Turn the car back to the off position. And just hit continue. And then if we even go down to the current map, it shows us the map that we just put onto it. Now that that's done, we're just gonna go ahead and open my garage. Alright guys, so car obviously started up just fine. I'm just letting it warm up for a few minutes, kind of let it get up to operating temperatures, and then we'll kind of just go out and drive it pretty mellow until everything is obviously warmed up and ready. And then I will show you guys how to do the data logs. The tuner wants me to specifically do the data logs in third gear, so we're going to do some third gear pulls. And so we'll get a few of those pulls, and then we can send that information to the tuner. But anyways, let's get into the car, go take this thing for a cruise and see how this thing feels. I am like super stoked. This is the first drive of where it should actually be its proper boost levels. So I'm really curious to see how the car is gonna feel. And yeah, I'll keep you guys updated as we go. Alright guys, so I went ahead and got the car up to good operating temperature. Now I'm going to start doing some data logs. I'm going to get on a road where I can obviously open it up a little bit. Here you have just basically all the things that I want to have basically monitored while I'm doing it. You know, you have the boost, intake temp, coolant temp, fine knock lean, air fuel, that kind of stuff. Just so you can kind of keep an eye on things as you're doing the pull. But once I'm in third gear, maybe around 2,000 RPMs, I will start the data log. And all you have to do is while you're on this screen, you just hit the center button and that'll start it. And then from there, as you're nearing 2,500, you just want to step on it and do a full third gear pull, shift into fourth. And then from there, we can stop the data log by just hitting the center button again. And that's all there is really to it. So I'm gonna go out, try and get a few pulls, try and get the best information that I really can, so I can send that stuff to my tuner and he can review it and let me know if everything looks like it's running properly. I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I'll keep you guys posted on how the car feels. All right guys, so I'm gonna try and give you guys at least a little bit of an idea of what the car kind of feels and sounds like, as much as you can really gain a sense for just through a camera. But it's a little difficult to obviously try and do a pull while holding the camera, but I'm gonna try and do at least a small one just to kind of give you guys a taste. All right guys, so the data logs are done. I'm obviously back home. The car feels awesome. I tried to get a little bit of a glimpse for you guys just to kind of see what the pull is like. Obviously it's a little bit difficult when I can't use both hands and hold the steering wheel. That's when like a GoPro or something would come in really handy. But unfortunately I don't have anything like that. I just got my camera here. So hopefully you guys can get at least a little bit of a glimpse for how the car, I guess, sounded. I was keeping a bit of an eye on the Accessport and looking at the gauges, and all the information there looked good. It looked steady, it looked normal. So, I mean, and the car felt great. It felt super smooth. Hopefully everything on the data side looks right to the tuner. Hopefully he comes back to me and says everything looks good. If he has to do some fine adjustments, we can. But other than that, like, I mean, the car felt great. So I'm super pleased. But the next step is to take my Accessport, plug it back into my computer, load up the Accessport manager, and basically take those data logs. You have a there's a section on the Accessport Manager software where you can actually take the data logs that you collected and transfer those onto your computer. And then from there, I can basically just email him the files. He can have a look at them and then we can go from there. Like I said before, definitely subscribe to these videos because I have a lot more planned on my car here this spring and summer. I do want to do some cosmetic things. I have a bunch of things in the works. I have some stuff that I'm going to be doing to the interior, so definitely subscribe so you can stay updated on when I post those videos. I promise they're going to be worth it. But at the same time, last summer I spent a little bit of money on performance upgrades for the car, and I wasn't necessarily going to do that this year, but now I'm almost leaning towards maybe adding a couple more things, maybe methanol, we'll see. So if that interests you at all, hopefully it does. You guys can subscribe and stay up to date with any of the videos I post here in the next bit. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was probably pretty brief and short, but I wanted to do something. I basically want to get into the phase where I'm uploading videos consistently and all the time. I don't want to have like weeks and weeks between uploads. I want to get to a point where I'm uploading at least once a week, if not a couple. So that's what I figured. You might as well make videos on everything I'm doing to the car, keep you guys up to date, and be a good way for me to track all the stuff that I've done. But anyways, I hope you guys really did enjoy this video. Like I said before, if you guys haven't already, please subscribe. That would be amazing. It would mean a lot to me. If you enjoyed the video, definitely toss a thumbs up. That would also be sweet and I would very much appreciate it. Also, if you haven't followed me on Instagram, I'll link my Instagram in the description below. Definitely go follow me there. But anyways, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and we'll catch you in the next video. Take it easy, guys.